I'm Steve Bolton. I'm a new process introduction engineer here at Leyland Trucks.
And how long have you been at Leyland Trucks?
So I've been with the company now 7 years.
And you started as an apprentice?
Yeah, so I started at 17 as an auto electrical apprentice.
Okay, brilliant. And so did you do that part-time while you were working at Leyland Trucks, or did you do it full-time, or how did that work?
For the first year, I was actually off-site full-time. So I was at a training provider for the first 8 months. And then I came back to Leyland, and in the second year of my apprenticeship, I then went on to day release. So I did my HNC at Preston College. That was 2 years, and then I moved on to my HND. So over the 4-year apprenticeship, I'd done my level 2, my HNC and HND, which was really good in the respect that I was able to kind of work at Leyland 4 days a week, get the necessary industry experience, being hands-on within a production environment, and also getting the key communication skills, working on the shop floor, but then also having that education aspect that was fully supported by Leyland during the apprenticeship. It was also all paid for as part of an apprenticeship levy. So they put me through that for 3 years, which was really good.
I know you've done quite a few different roles while you've been there over the past 7 years. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about the different roles that you've done?
Yeah, so initially the 4 years as the apprenticeship was all production line based. So I did 3-month rotations in different areas of the production line, looking at fault diagnostics, testing, rectification. So that gave me a great understanding really of how a truck's built from start to finish, and that essentially was the basis around the apprenticeship. I've then moved into the engineering career pathway, so I've kind of taken them skills and the information from the production line into an office-based environment. So I've been working with suppliers, been working as part of plant quality, looking at how we can improve processes, liaising externally with nationwide and European-wide suppliers that supply Leyland equipment as well as parts to build trucks. And then, as I say, moving on to my current role, which I've been in now 6 months. So ever since I've really started the apprenticeship, I haven't really stopped progressing.
How do you see your role developing further beyond where you are now? Obviously, it's developed considerably in the past 7 years, but moving forward, where do you see yourself going within Leyland?
So at the minute, I'm settled within a role, and I'm halfway through my degree. So the plan now for the next 2 years is to finish the degree and kind of gain further skills and knowledge of the current job that I'm in today. As I say, every day is a different day, so there's always opportunity to develop and gain new skills and better yourself in whatever role you're doing. So for me, really, the goal is to get the degree completed and assess where I am, potentially move towards a master's in the future, and again with a role or a view to moving into a higher role within the company, into more of a managerial background.
I think with such a large company, you have those opportunities, don't you, to develop and grow, and you've obviously got the support around you with the team that is an option. You can continue to pursue further education and obviously develop further, which is great. It's quite a nice thing, isn't it? If you were going to talk to an apprentice that's going to apply for this current cohort of recruitment that we're doing, what tips and advice would you give them in terms of their application and Leyland Trucks in general?
I think depending on what they're applying for, I was kind of driven through engineering, so I had some form of engineering background prior to joining Leyland Trucks. I did that as part of the GCSE. If there's something that is relative to the role, so if it's an electrical role, it's more what's been hands-on, any projects that you've done at home potentially. So fixing things around the house, whether that's a light, whether that's a switch, something that's relative to what they're applying for. Any past experience, any work experience that's been completed. I did 2 weeks work experience at Springfield Fuels, when I was at high school. So the experience that you have already is key, and the drive really that you have to kind of understand what they're asking for in terms of the job role itself, I think is key to any application.